Hey guys, what is up? Mike here, Lakers Talk. Let's talk Lakers basketball. Lakers come away with the win, 7th win in a row, beating Miami 95-80. LeBron goes off, AD goes off, and our defense holds Miami to 80 points. Let's talk about it. But before we do, as you all know, if you are looking for fresh Lakers gear, definitely check out my site, fanatics.com. I'm now partnered with them. They have everything from the fresh hats, t-shirts, jerseys, jackets, slides, headphones, anything Lakers related. Some of the best stuff on the internet. You can't find stuff like this on Amazon.com. Trust me. Freshest Lakers gear on the internet. Check out the site. Link is in the description. Let's get into this. So Lakers come away with the win, 7th win in a row, now 7-1 on the season. We talked about this game yesterday in my preview. I actually stated that the Lakers will come away with this win. We didn't fear Miami, but we respected them. They kind of played us kind of tight in the first half. Vogel made some adjustments, and then we kind of sliced up their zone defense and kind of walked away with the win quite handedly. As you can see, we held them to 14 points in the fourth quarter. Call it what you will. It's their second game of a back-to-back. They're on their way home. They probably just kind of gave up at the end after we kind of stepped on their throats a little bit. But I got to give it up to Frank Vogel for his coaching style. One of the things that I was thinking about in this game was second half again. Well, we go into the halftime up by 2. And by the way, shout out to Manny. Manny, someone in my comment section said, Mike, you gotta give me a shout out if we win this game. We were going back and forth with a few guys in the comment section. Some probably Miami fans, somebody saying that we were gonna lose, but a lot of folks saying no, we were gonna win. And so this guy Manny said, shout him out if we win. So Manny, you get the shout out in this video. Anyway, but we go into the first half down by 2, and I actually tweet out, I said our bench is playing horrible, which I'll talk about in a second. Our bench is playing horrible, but I said I expect LeBron had 5 points in the first half, and I said obviously you can expect AD. AD had 16. You can expect LeBron and AD to kind of pick it up in the second half. And I actually tweeted out and said I thought our bench would play better in the second half, but our bench looks really bad. I'll talk about that in a second. But LeBron and AD pretty much picked it up. AD finishes with 26. 26, 8, and 7. LeBron finishes with 25, 7, 25, 6, and 4. JaVale McGee had a great game. 9 points, 10 rebounds, had some great defensive plays, some great, offensive plays, some passing and things like that. Avery Bradley looked great early, hitting some big shots, 9 points, played some tough defense. Danny Green, only 4 points, but when you look at the plus minus of our starters, it's night and day compared to our bench. Look, check this out. Anthony Davis, plus 27 plus minus rating. LeBron James, plus 16. JaVale McGee, plus 20. Avery Bradley, plus 24. Danny Green, plus 17. Now, let's go to the bench. Kyle Kuzma, minus 11, 7 points. Troy Daniels, minus 1, 3 points. Dwight Howard, minus 10, 2 points. He didn't have a great game either. Quinn Cook, minus 5, 2 points. KCP, minus 3, 2 points. And Caruso, plus 1, which Caruso did play of the bench, is one of the better players right now, one of the more stable players that we can trust on the floor, and it's shown. So the starters played well. Kuzma is struggling. I don't know how else to say it, but Kuzma is struggling, and we're tweeting about this. I mean, I want to root for the guy, but he's doing everything possible. He's checking everything off the list that makes you just like really can't root for him right now. I mean, I feel bad for him. He looks, I mean, everybody, Kendrick Perkins shouting him out saying, dude, you just got to slow down. Like he's trying to rush and get the buckets. But it's really clear. Kuzma looks bad. And it's not, maybe it's timing, but whatever. He looks like he's playing too fast, happy feet. He needs to just really settle down. He looks I mean, these are things that I've called out when Kuzma would play bad and I would get on him last year, things like that. He's kind of picking up those bad habits again. And right now you can see he's kind of forcing everything on defensive end. He's not in good position when he's with the ball and trying to play make. Although he's trying to do the right things by the team and he's trying to fit in and do things, it's just not. He's really out there and he's really struggling. And it's one of those things where everybody's noticing, even the coach. And you thought Kuzma would be one of those guys that would close games. And it was one of those moments where we're like, man, get Kuzma out of there, And he actually had Caruso closing the games instead of Kuzma. I mean, that's crazy when you think about it. And it was actually the right move by Frank Vogel. But that's how bad Kuzma is playing right now. The game needs to come to him. Everybody's saying give him time, and so we're definitely going to give Kuzma time. But right now he's looking pretty bad. Hopefully he gets out of it and he kind of gets into a rhythm. He slows down and he finds his game, because all in all, I thought I really wanted Kuzma to be that guy this year, and right now it's not looking that way. And so the bench overall looks bad, and it seems like Kuzma, Quinn Cook, KCP, their IQ level when it comes to handling the ball, making decisions is just piss poor right now. And so, I mean, we're dealing with that. Dwight Howard didn't have a great game. Caruso looks good out there. He looks good out there up until when he shoots the ball. It looks like he's shooting the ball like this. I don't know what's going on with his shot, but, he made a nice dunk. He makes a couple of good moves. He makes a couple of big plays, but for the most part, he's stable out there, handling the ball, kind of passing it around and kind of moving in and out. But he looks like he's a little hesitant when it comes to kind of hitting floaters and things like that and really attacking. Not attacking with dunks, but just kind of finishing at the rim with layups a little bit more aggressively and things like that. But shout out to Caruso for doing his thing when he does get those minutes. And but for the most part, it shows you how much we need to improve our bench. So if our bench continues to struggle like this, man, definitely some of these guys are getting traded midway through the season. So that's one improvement. As you can see, our starters are excellent, and we're 7-1, and it's all truly because of our starters. Also, Dwight Howard played well in most of these games, and Caruso and things like that. KCP had one good game. Quinn Cook had one good game. Kuzma had one good game. But for the most part, our bench is kind of struggling right now, and our starters are actually picking us up. And so that's that. The other thing I take away from this game, at the end of this game, it just made me realize, and I talked about this before, how much I really appreciate Frank Vogel. And he's such a good coach, and you can see how he makes decisions from first half to second half, and how he makes adjustments, and some of the lineups that he puts out there. Like, he'll probably leave JaVale McGee out there a little longer, sat Dwight Howard down a little longer when Dwight Howard wasn't having a great game like he used to. And when Dwight Howard's having a good game, he puts him out there and things like that. And, made the right move by sitting Kuzma down, playing Caruso, and really opening the game for us with Caruso out there with the starters, having the starters open the game, really locking down and really slicing up, moving and cutting and things like that, when the zone defense from Miami was kind of giving us some troubles. And we shot poorly from three again, but, I think that'll come around at some point. But that's my thoughts. Frank Vogel is a really good coach, and I just kind of want to give him a shout out for that. But anyway, guys, that's my thoughts. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on what you think is going on with Kuzma. Do you think it's just time? I think it's his third or fourth game. Do you think it's just a matter of timing, or you think the guy is kind of this is what you're going to see from Kuzma? This is some of his antics and things like that. And let me know your thoughts on that. Anyway, hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for commenting, liking, and subscribing. And be sure to check out the site, fanatics.com. Link is in the description below for all your fresh Lakers gear. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MikeSportsLA. Holla at your boy.